welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a New Year's pop-up card. And I already have the materials here. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, pencil and eraser, some construction paper, and some cardstock. You're going to take a pink piece of construction paper and you're going to cut it into some small squares like these. So now you have to fold them to make your flower, and you're gonna need 4 of these. So let's do this. So you're gonna, I already folded it once. I'm gonna do it again, and then a 3rd time. There. Now you're gonna go to the folded edge, and you're gonna take your pencil, and you're gonna draw a flower-like design. So I'm gonna draw like some petals, like that. And then you're gonna take your pair of scissors and you're gonna cut along that. There. And then you're gonna cut the little edge. So I'm gonna go right here and there. So that's how you make one of these, and when you open them, you have your little flower, and you're gonna make 4 of these. Guys, so like I said before, I made 4 of these, and now we're gonna go to cutting them out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one, and for the first one, you're gonna only cut 1 petal out. So I'm gonna take my scissors and cut 1 of these petals out. And you're gonna need this petal later, so keep it with this one to the side. And I'm gonna take the second little flower, and this time I'm gonna cut 2 petals out. So take my scissors. So 1, 2. And you're gonna need both of these for later, so put them to the left side like the other 2. Now for the 3rd one, you're gonna cut 3 petals out. So 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna put this to the side. And for the last one, you're gonna cut 4 petals out. And since there's 8 petals, that's just gonna be half of it, half of the flower. But only keep 1 of them. So I'm not gonna use this one, just gonna need 1 of them. So now let's get to assembling the flower. This is the part that you guys are gonna need your glue sticks. So I'm gonna start with the first flower where we only cut off this 1 petal. And I'm gonna do a little my glue. And then I'm gonna put some glue on only 1 petal. 1 petal I'm gonna put glue. So, like that. And then I'm gonna take my, this other one and fold it into a cone. Like that. And then I'm gonna do that for the rest of them. So now I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of them. So this is the one where we cut off 2 petals. So again, put some glue on one of the petals and fold it into a cone shape. So I'm gonna put it with the other one. Now I'm gonna go to the one where we cut off 3 petals and to the one where we don't need that one, to the one where we cut off 4 petals. And now when you look at them, you can see that you have just these 3 left. These are the ones that you cut off, and we actually need to use these too. So for this one's pretty easy. We can just do the same that we did for the other ones, but the other 2 are a little bit harder because they only have 2 petals. So there's that one. Okay, so now for this one, you should only put some glue at half of one of the petals. So I just put it on half of this petal, and now carefully fold it. Since it's smaller, it's kind of harder. And now this one's probably the hardest of all because it's only one petal. So you'll need to put like a little bit and fold it into a cone. Like that. So now we have to assemble all this together to make our rose. So now you should have these 6 parts, and now we're gonna put them together. So as you can see, if you were to do this, they would form a rose. So like that, but they're not gonna stay like that. So you're gonna have to glue them together. So I'm gonna take my first one, and for this you're gonna need some liquid glue. So I've got some here. And you're gonna go around the edge of the little hole, so like that. Put some glue around the edge of the hole. Bubble. Okay, and then you're gonna take the next one and you're gonna put it in. And then make sure to firmly press the end so that they sit, so they won't break apart. Here's my finished rose, and I actually made 2 more of those, but in different colors, blue and orange. And now it's time to put them onto our card. So for our card, you're gonna need some cardstock. You can use regular printer paper if you want, but I wanted something more durable. So I found this really pretty confetti, like a confetti design paper. So I'm gonna use that, but you can totally use whatever color paper you want. So let's get to assembling it. So I folded my piece of paper, and now we need to glue our roses on. But instead of gluing them straight onto the paper, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create like sort of like a banner, like across the paper with some yellow construction paper. I'm gonna cut it out into the right size and glue it on, and then I'm gonna glue the roses on top of that. So let's do that. Like I said before, for the little banner, I'm gonna be using yellow paper. So I'm gonna take my ruler so I can make a straight line. And the distance across, I'm gonna do it for 5 centimeters. So I'm gonna go at the 5 centimeter distance, I'm gonna mark a little line and then make a straight line with that. So that's a little banner, and I want to cut it out, and then I'll show you what to do next. So I cut out my little banner piece, and I'm going to glue it onto this paper. So I've already had the fold in it. So take my glue. Okay guys, so I glued it on. Now it's time to glue our flowers down. So this is the way I'm gonna glue them together. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this petal part and glue it to this flower so that they stay together, sort of like a bouquet. So add some glue. Then glue it to this flower. Then, see that gap? And I'm gonna glue that flower there. So right there. Glue the 3 flowers together, and now it's time to glue them right here. So this is the way I want them to look. So I'm gonna apply some glue to the bottom of them, wherever it's gonna touch the paper. Okay, and whoop. Put them right where I want to. And then press down lightly. Don't press too hard or else it's gonna mess up the flowers. Just like that. And that's what the front looks like. Guys, So I took a really big piece of paper, turned it into a square shape. And then I did the same thing I did for the flowers, folded it 3 times, 2, 3. Then I'm gonna do the same exact thing, draw a petal design. Instead of doing like, you know, like a bumpy design, I'm just gonna do one like that. Then, just like for the flowers, I'm gonna cut that out. Okay, so I cut it out. I didn't cut the tip like I did with the flowers, just, you know, cut the little design out. And now, after you cut it, you're gonna have to fold it one more time, so like that. Okay, there. Now when you open it, you're gonna get a really pretty flower. See? And now I'm gonna actually take a marker and make some designs to, you know, make a little flower design. So let's do that. So for the design, I'm just gonna use a Crayola marker. So this is in a blue color. You guys can use whatever color you want though. So I'm gonna make these little dot designs. So let's do that. So now I'm gonna go over the edge like that. Okay guys, so I finished the flower. I did the design and stuff. And now I know I said pop-up card, but we haven't gotten to the pop-up part yet. But we're not gonna do it. As you can see, I folded this over, folded the you know, flower over, and then I drew these 2 lines. These are what I'm gonna cut and make it into our pop-up card. So you guys can do whatever measurements you want. I did it like this, so now I'm gonna cut them. Now as you can see, you have these little strips, and now we're gonna put them to, you know, fold them to the inside to make them a pop-up card. So I'm gonna do it one by one. So fold this one to the inside. Then fold it. And do the same for everything else. As you can see, I made these letters, 2021, with this, you know, blue paper. I just wrote it out in bubble letters, and then I cut it out. So here they are, and now I'm about to glue them onto these little, you know, stands. So let's do that. So I'm gonna take my 2, okay, just glue it a little bit on the bottom. Just over there, and then glue it on to stand, and do the same for everyone. So when you look at the flowers, you can see these like little gaps. So to fill those up, I just took some green paper and made these little flowers and then cut them out. So I'm gonna glue these in those little areas. So I'm gonna take my glue. Guys, I took the leaves and I glued them in. One here, and one here. Guys, now it's time to glue this into the inside of our card. So let's do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue down at the top, put glue at the top, and then do the same for the other side. This is what the inside looks like. So as you can see, when you open and close, the 2021 is gonna pop up like that. So that's what our card looks like on the inside. As you can see, guys, I had these studs, so I put them on for like really pretty decoration on the front. And I also wrote Happy New Year in pencil in cursive, but I'm gonna go over that with a marker now. Guys, so this is the finished card. As you can see, I went over my lettering with some Sharpie, and I did some calligraphy and stuff, and then I added my studs like I said before. It says 2021 here. Then when you open it up, you've got the pop-up card. So there's 2021. I wanted to keep it simple on the inside, so this is all I did. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Have a Happy New Year!